Hi, I'm Maria. My story takes place in the pandemic. My husband and I, Michael, are both doctors, and we have a 5-year-old girl named Ashley. When the pandemic has started, all the doctors in the world, including Michael and I, had to work way more and, well, stay in the hospital more to make a contribution. Because of all of this, we had to get a nanny for Ashley. Before that, I would just leave Ashley with my parents so they could take care of her instead. But after the pandemic had started, both for Ashley's and my parents' health and full safety, I reckoned that I couldn't trust Ashley to them anymore. So I hired a nanny called Camilla. The process of picking a nanny was difficult as well. Because of COVID, no one really agreed to come to my house, and I was also really picky and didn't want to entrust my child to anyone. But Camila seemed pretty reliable. She was 25 and married. Camila's work had officially started, and I would leave Ashley with her and go to the hospital with my husband. Some time passed and everything was great until after 2 months I realized that Ashley's behavior is changing and that she's getting quite aggressive. So I asked Camila, "Why is Ashley like that?" She replied, "I don't know. Maybe she's just not used to me yet." I thought that maybe she's right, so I let it slide. After a few days, the apartment security called me and said, "Please don't let guest cars into our parking lot so often." I was really surprised. I replied, "Guests? My husband and I are really at home." The security replied, "Well, you could come back and check the cameras for proof." That night, I headed home with Michael and checked the cameras. We saw a 30-year-old looking man parking his car and then entering our house. I saw the tapes and told myself, it's probably Camila's husband. So one day I asked her, "Has your husband ever been here?" She quickly replied, "No. Why would he come here? When I'm working, I'm just focusing on taking care of Ashley." I didn't say anything, but I decided to hide a small camera in the house before Camila comes over and before I give Ashley to her to see what the hell is actually going on. Camila arrived about 7 a.m. and I left Ashley in the house with her to go to work. When I was at work, I was checking the security cameras constantly through my phone. Until at 11 a.m., something very suspicious happened. The same guy that I watched on the security cameras was entering my house again. He kissed Camila on the lips as soon as he entered my house, and immediately after, they got on our bed and started having sex. My daughter Ashley woke up and saw them, but they continued what they were doing right in front of her. She was screaming and crying and thrashing around. When I saw everything, I called 911 immediately and went home. We arrived at the same time at the police and called Camila. Turned out that the man was Camila's boyfriend, and because she was married, she couldn't take her boyfriend somewhere obvious, so she would tell them to come over to my place and didn't even consider that my daughter was always right there. She's been having him come over the entire 2 or 3 months she worked for me. The police arrested them both for child abuse. Ashley cried a lot. Like her entire soul had been harmed that entire time. And after that, I decided to not hire any nannies anymore and just left Ashley with my parents once again. I didn't want any strangers around my daughter anymore. Well, this was my story. What do you think? Did I do the right thing?